Hello, Julie here with Paisleys and Polka Dots, and if you are joining me in this video here, I probably think that you are have put together our little snowman here, and you are wondering how he goes together. So there are so many pieces to him. This is one of our more difficult pieces to put together, so I thought it might be helpful to make this quick little video for you. So I found it easiest to glue the smaller pieces together first and then attach everything to the body. So I already went ahead and I glued his little carrot nose on here, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue the feet on. I'm using my Aleene's tacky glue here. And I'm going to put it on quite sparingly right here in the, or I guess it's not sparingly, I guess it's a lot. Quite generously, I should say, because I want it to go over those the twine that's there. So there's the one side. Downfall of having a big bottle of paint is you always have to get the glue to go to the bottom or the top when you turn it over. Okay, get my other little piece of twine out of the way there. Okay, now one of the things that I like to do when I have something like a base piece like this, I like to stand it up and make sure that that it's level on the bottom so that he's not going to fall forward or backwards, and that he's going to stand nice and straight. So I have these attached, and there might be a little bit of a gap. I don't know if you can see that little bit of a gap because of the twine that's on there. That doesn't bother me at all, and it is going to have a little bit of a gap. So I'm going to let this, now that I stood him up and he stands, I'm going to let that sit just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and glue the scarves pieces together, and you don't need too much glue, just about like that. So I glued the two scarf pieces together. Make sure they're lined up. Got a little bit of glue there. I should have a paper towel nearby. I always like to have a paper towel nearby just in case, so I don't get any glue onto my paper when I'm doing this. Okay, so this is where it gets a little tricky. So, well, first I'm going to put the little buttons on here. Let's set him aside for a second. Sometimes I even confused myself when putting these pieces together. Okay, so this is your base piece that's going to go on him. So this is his little band at the bottom and the little piece going up. So this is your base piece, and I'm not going to attach that yet. So I'm going to layer this one on top, and it can only go one way, so you just have to kind of fit it on there right. So this part of this ski gets glued to this base. So I'm going to put some glue on this piece right here, and then glue this piece to it. And like I said, it can kind of get confusing as to which way it goes. So line it up before you put glue on it, and then put it together so that you know where it's going to go. Okay, and press it down firmly, like so. So you can see it from the back side there. Okay, now this piece is going to get glued over the top. And it's all about the layering for me, but I kind of went a little crazy on this one. So like I said, I thought this video might help just a little bit because it does get a little confusing. Okay, so that one's going to go over the top at an angle like this. Okay, make sure all the pieces are lined up. Okay, so now you have this whole section ready to glue to the body, and it's going to line up better because we have all this put together first. And I'm not going to put his arms on just yet, although I can glue these, his little armbands, I can glue these on. This is going to separate his hand from his arm sleeve or jacket. Oh, almost glued that on the wrong side. Now this glue does dry clear, so if any of your glue does squirt out just a little bit, it doesn't matter, it's going to dry clear for you. Okay. All right, so next I think I'm going to set this aside just for a few minutes, let that set up just a little bit, and pull this guy back in here. And I'm going to want to layer these two together, and it's a little bit hard with the video over the top of me because I like to kind of be right over the top so I can see how it all lines up. So you're going to want to, I'm going to turn it sideways so I can see a little better. Because like I said, my phone's right over my head. Okay, and then you want to be sure that you're not going to cover up his little eyes there too. So you're going to line all these three pieces up. And this arm will go over the top of the scarf. And they're all going to puzzle together. See, like these little spaces in the arms are going to fit right into the little spaces in the tops of your sleeves. The scarf will fit right in, and then this will go over the top. So I hope you can see how that's all puzzled together there. So that's the way we're going to want to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue this top piece first. And if I glue them all at the same time, then they're not going to dry that quickly that if I need to shift anything, I can do so. Okay, so next is going to be this one. Now I don't want to put any glue here because that it stands off of his body. So I'm just going to put some glue in the center there. Try to kind of line it up here. And then I'm going to put this one on. And I'm just kind of laying it there for the time being. And let me see where I'm going to have to put some glue. So I'm just going to put some glue here, and then just right in the middle here. Like this. Okay. And let's try to get him all together now. Okay, so I kind of line up the base here. Twist his little scarf. And I got a little glue on his shirt right here, but that's going to be okay because it's going to dry clear. And just kind of shift everything around till you have it just right. You can pick it up. I'm going to pick this up just a little bit. And there we go. He's all glued down, all lined up. And as he's drying, you want to make sure that the pieces don't shift because once in a while they tend to want to shift just a little bit. Okay, so you can see where his little arm pockets there line up with his scarf. Pull that down just a little bit. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it to where I like it. Okay, now I'm going to put these over the top. Now when you push these down, make sure that if the pieces shift at all, you're going to shift them back because they can tend to do that a little bit. And then they will overlap the scarf just a tiny bit. And I had to do, the reason I do all of the layering is because the pieces need to be supported as you put everything together, because if you don't, then you're only going to have little tiny sections to glue everything to, and it's not going to hold up over time. It might break, so because it doesn't have enough surface to stick to. So that is why I layer things the way I do, so that each piece is supported on the back side of it, so that it will stay long term. Okay, so here is my cute little guy. This piece is going to get glued to the base right here, and then as soon as he's all set up, because I'm going to let all these pieces dry and set up before I glue him to my base down here. Now, you don't have to use the base, but I think it supports him a little bit better, so I'm going to glue the base on at the bottom, and he'll stand perfectly. Okay, so I hope this was a little bit more understanding for you, and that you found the video helpful. Watch our other videos for other tips and tricks and painting tips and techniques, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.